fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time taking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete that puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time taking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time taking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete that puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time taking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time taking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete that puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I conquer them too. The thrill of the chase and satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time ticking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete that puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time ticking, heart racing. Gotta keep.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's EJJ competition. It's the 50 Plus Club, and we're excited to have you all here with us. Greetings to all the participants. Let's get away from everybody. All right, and welcome to my co-hosts, Catherine and Amelia.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Wonderful, great to have you with us, and greetings to our viewers on YouTube. They were already here early, already exchanging greetings before I had even got anything ready. So nice to see everybody here. Yeah, so Amelia, you had an interesting topic for tonight about how can the puzzle community make an impact or a positive effect in the wider community, and I thought that was a really interesting question. Perhaps you could start by giving maybe a bit of background of that, because I think you've also seen how other communities or other organizations can have a positive impact in other areas, and maybe you can give some examples and what you are thinking with this question.
Yeah, I think what I always really respected when people kind of had some kind of initiative with the puzzle events, and I think great examples is, for example, the speed buzzing in Belgium, where they also have a fundraiser on the side for muscle disease research. So I think that's for example great thing to do. Then I can see, like, for example, if we talk about just fundraising and charities, there's, for example, individuals. Carl, who does streaming on Twitch, did this kind of like a campaign to collect funds for the children's hospital. So I think that was also great thing. What I've been thinking myself as well, it would be so cool to, for example, just donate puzzles, for example, to children's hospitals, or maybe puzzle people could go to these like senior homes and stuff like that to bring more joy with puzzles. And yeah, those kind of things. I have a lot of in my mind what I kind of want to do, but yeah, I guess what the word is, like, how can we impact for the greater good, because that kind of can be anything in the end.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it. Impact for the greater good. Like, it doesn't have to be specifically with puzzling, but just having a group of people get together and having some positive energy can have a flow-on effect to other parts. Yeah, Catherine, have you any thoughts about this topic?
Yeah, I also enjoy it when you go to a competition and then you find out that maybe a small portion was donated to a specific cause. Or I was also, for example, really happy to hear with the International Puzzle Day that you organized, Michelle, that there was also part of the money that came went to a good cause. And I'm thinking back on that interview that we had with the inventor of Puzzle Day, and all the kinds of things that she offers for free, resources for schools, and yeah, a lot of the work that is done pro bono is already happening, I feel like, in the puzzle community. So I feel like, yeah, this topic fits really well with our community and what we have already been doing. And I think it's nice to highlight this as well, because it's not something that happens a lot all the time in other places, you know. So yeah, I think it's nice to highlight it, and I'm curious to hear what people had to say in their answers to the question as well.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the interview with Jodie Jill, the founder of Puzzle Day, which then later turned into International Puzzle Day. Catherine and Jim interviewed her on the live stream for International Puzzle Day, and it was just very inspiring hearing how she decided to start with some free puzzle resources, so like free worksheets and crosswords and different, like a workbook that she had made, and she just offered them for free. And in the first year, she got 15 requests. And then like within 2 years, it turned into like 10,000 requests. So and she's provided so many like free downloads on her website for schools and for groups who want to organize puzzle events. So the website is called puzzlefunday.com. I think that's it. So yeah, that was a really good, also another example of just providing resources, that in sharing information that other people can use. Yeah, so we'd love to also hear from the viewers if you have any ideas of how the puzzle community can have an impact for greater good. We also had some really nice answers. I think Catherine will take some time to mention them as she does the introductions. But one thing that came out a few times is kind of combating loneliness, that through the organization of events, it provides an opportunity for people who might otherwise be lonely or have a hard time to meeting other adults, to come together and to do a fun hobby. And I like how Lydia said it, puzzling is a way to connect to yourself and others without technology. It's a moment to stop and recalculate objectives and perspectives. So also just taking that, you're having that positive impact on yourself and then sharing it with a wider community is very nice. So today it's a 50 plus club competition. I know several people have said that this is their last competition in the 50 plus club. So congratulations for making the progress. I know some of you are kind of like intimidated or scared that in the next batch you'll be in the sub 50 club, but keep in mind, if you can do it 6 times, you can do it 10, you can do it 15, and it's just gonna keep on happening. So enjoy your last 50 plus club competition. And yes, it looks like we are ready to unwrap some puzzles. So take off the paper, and this one has stickers, 4 stickers, so make sure to slice those or peel those off. So some love in the chat for Daria and for the Colombians. And lots of people wishing good luck to all, and rock that 50 plus and have a good evening. Somebody already wants to guess the time of the puzzle finish before they had even unwrapped the puzzle. Well, go ahead. Maybe you want to wait and see what the puzzle is first before you do your time, but you can at any time guess the finishing time. So yeah, check that the 4 puzzle stickers have been cut and the lid comes off easily. Place the box back in the middle of the table. Okay, just waiting for a couple more. Okay. So it's now 7 o'clock. Everybody is ready to go. Okay, let's do a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go, 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 go,
Go,
go.
go, 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 go.
Good luck, everybody. I'm going to put Catherine on the screen now so she can show the puzzle.
Yes. So we already had some guesses in the chat, and it is indeed a Naruto puzzle by Nathan. It is part of their collection Mehero, which just means it's their My Hero collection. I myself am not like a Naruto fan. I just know that the color in the middle, I guess, is Naruto.
I don't even know what that is, so you're already better than I am.
Yeah, so we have a total of 5 characters on there. The background is like a solid red with some, what I'm assuming is either Chinese or Japanese characters in it. All the characters are like a little bit distinct. There's like this one here on the left, he has like a green jacket, then this dark blue, and then orange, obviously, which like should be probably, yeah, is the one that sticks out the most, also has the most pieces. And then the 2 characters of the right, they look similar, but if you look closely, the colors are slightly different from each other as well. So this is a 50+ competition. So I'm expecting people to do, yeah, as well as I did, because I'm also in the 50+ club. I'm excited to see how you guys do it. Okay, and the first guesses have come in. They are all around this ominous 50-minute mark. We have 47, 43, 52. I think those are good, solid guesses.
Yeah, I have to agree with those. I would put my guess also somewhere around 50, I think.
Yes.
What's your time, Catherine?
I'm gonna reveal it a little bit later.
Okay. Anticipation. We're building here.
Yeah. All right, let me find the list. Yes. Okay, so we are starting with the S's this time, and on screen we have Saskia from Estonia, we have Scarlett from the United Kingdom, we also have Shona from the United Kingdom, we have Stephanie from Germany, we have Steffi also from Germany, and we have Julia from Finland.
And so far, everybody's just flipping. I'm gonna be interested in what is everybody's gonna go for first. Catherine, did you go for the yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wild guess.
Yeah. So I basically did a full flip and I sorted out the edges, and then yellow was the first thing to build. And it's nice because it connects also a bit to the top edge, so you have a little anchor immediately.
Yeah, I haven't seen a puzzle competition for a while, and I'm always like interested to see, the differences that are going on, like how people, even like flipping. There was somebody who once asked, like, should I flip this way or this way? And I was like, I never thought about that. That is so interesting.
You mean like flipping in different directions?
Yeah, like I had to actually like start thinking like which direction do I flip the pieces? But yeah, it's very minor movement. but super interesting.
I think I flip so that I can see, I don't flip away from me, I guess.
I think I flip away from me. I think
Interesting.
interesting indeed.
Yeah. All right, now on screen we have Vesna from Finland, who is trying to beat her 1 hour. She's going to try to get under 1 hour, if I remember correctly from what she said online. Then we have Erin from the United Kingdom. We also have Abigail from the United Kingdom. We have Alexandra from Austria. We have Amy from the United Kingdom. And we have Anna Maria from Romania. And we can see people really flipping, and Anna Maria has already started with the yellow.
Yeah, and we have one person who has like another unfinished puzzle under. Which
Yes.
is pretty cool. I feel like that a lot of people may have this problem. They have only one table and then they're like, oh damn, competition time. What do I do with this one? But that's brilliant.
Yeah, if you can just do it on top of it. I mean, it's flat.
Yeah, exactly. As somebody saying a UK heavy EJJ today, that is correct, or is it just the first ones we're showing? That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like recently there have been more people from the UK in general competing in the EJJs. So maybe it's just they're just more aware now that it exists, and maybe they found a good way to pool all of their puzzles over there, so they don't have to pay the shipping.
Yeah.
Also on screen now we have Angelina from Germany. We have Anna from Poland. We have Anne from the United Kingdom. Then we have Anne L from Germany. Then we have Annelies from Belgium. And we have Annika from Denmark.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people also separating that red. I guess it's just the background. I'm not sure because I feel like I see two different reds over there. So it's always the lighting a little bit different.
Yeah, so the background is a really, like, I guess the most red that you could be red. And then the two figures on the right, they are wearing clothes that are more like magenta. But on the camera, it might pick up as red. So that's probably what you're seeing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I wasn't sure, and I also don't have the puzzle. I'm looking at it from a website, so almost the background to me looks like orange. But if it's red, it's red.
Yeah, I don't know if people can. Yeah, I'm there. Oh, yeah, it's very, very red in real life. I don't know if my camera picks it up correctly.
Yeah, I think here it shows really well that there is a clear difference between the colors.
And we continue with our competitors today. We have Anu from Finland. We have Bernhard from Switzerland. We have Bibi from Denmark. We have Birgit from Germany. We have Carla from Portugal, who is one of the EJJ artists. Maybe you've seen her previous puzzle that she did, the fox. I forgot what it's called. Fox D. No. Somebody in the chat will correct me. And then we also have Carla from Germany.
Yeah, and I think Carla was actually I'm
Amber Fox, thank you, Gaza.
Yeah, Carla was actually saying that she thinks the best impact the puzzle community can have in the wider community is that the local events are bringing people together and creating the space of joy, conversation, and connection. And also brought up nowadays in time of separation, frustration, fear, and loneliness that are increasing. This is worth a lot, and I definitely have to agree because a lot of puzzle events you can actually have is also like. You don't need to be a speed puzzler or even a person who does puzzles all the time, but you can bring people just to come and, enjoy and come together and try something new, or just those people who we do puzzle once a year.
Yeah.
I think that's also actually a very great point to make.
Yeah, when I was organizing puzzle meetings last year, I did a few here in my area. Sometimes people would come, like older people that like I wouldn't expect to know, you know, about Puzzlegram and all of those things, and they would come and they didn't know what it would be like, you know, to just come and puzzle with each other, but they just enjoyed puzzling and they thought, I'm just gonna go to this thing. And every time I did that, I got like really positive feedback from them. So yeah, and loneliness is a topic that concerns us more and more, and that people are also kind of yeah, sometimes not, you know, they don't want to admit maybe that they're lonely. But a lot of us are lonely at times. So yeah, going to an event can definitely help with this. Okay, let's continue quickly with the introductions. We also have Katrin from Germany. We have Charlene from Switzerland. We have Kieran from Ireland. We have Claire from the United Kingdom. We have Daniela from Germany. And we have Danique from the Netherlands. Danique, if you can point your camera, like, I don't know what it's pointing at right now, but it's not pointing at your puzzle.
Yeah, I think it probably fell from somewhere. At least I have this issue that the phone just goes bloop.
Yeah, so Danique or someone in Danique's house, if you can hear us, please help her so that, thank you.
Wonderful, love it. Now we can see it, yes.
Now we can see that you already finished the yellow hair.
Awesome, we want to see you. We want to see what you're doing. This is perfect. Yeah. And I think I have to add also what we discussed just with the previous people. I didn't see new answer from now, but I think also kind of like the loneliness, but also I think puzzle hobby quite well with other hobbies as well. So we can come together with these events, for example, board games, I don't know, Rubik's Cube, or, you know, like crossword puzzles or some like other hobbies as well. If we're gonna like want to have joint forces for having events as well.
Yeah, I think it also goes along well with like knitting and crocheting and stuff, or like sewing, because I feel like those are like the kind of similar hobbies in a sense that you're doing them at home, and you know, normally you do them alone. But we've seen more and more things also in that space pop up. Like, for example, in my area, they have once a month a stitch and watch session where you can go to the cinema and bring your craft project with you, and they don't dim the light all the way, and you can like do your craft, whatever it is you're doing, and watch like a fun movie together.
Oh, that's cool. I have seen when one museum people were just knitting over there together. Yeah, it's pretty cool that those kind of hobbies. And some things you can also like teach others. You know, we can teach others how to do puzzles. They can teach us something else. I suck at the crocheting thing. I try it. It looks horrible, but I would love to learn more.
I'll teach you next time you visit
Yes.
me.
Okay, that's booked because I already know I'm coming.
All right, let's have a look at Deria from Denmark, Dietmar from Germany, Dominic from Germany, Dora from Switzerland, Emanuela from Romania, and Emma from the United Kingdom. And we see slightly different strategies here. Emma, she has the border finished, whereas none of the others have it like completely done yet. Dietmar's working on it.
Yeah, it looks very different. Of course, we're still in the process that we can just see a lot of pieces, but you can definitely see the different kind of starting points and how people are going to go with this. But yeah, I see a lot of yellow parts done.
Yeah, the yellow is definitely the color that jumps out at you more. And then, yeah, I have to say I was a little bit intimidated by the orange, and I put it off for too late. I should have started with the orange earlier. So maybe that can help someone. Don't be intimidated by the orange, because it is a lot. It's a lot of orange. It's like almost a third of the image. But there is stuff, even though it's a flat color, there is stuff going on in it. There's lines and shadows, and so it's not as daunting as it
Yeah,
might seem at first.
it's not all about the orange, you know, just look orange, but then look for the details on it and then just connect the details.
Yeah, and even, you know, even if you're not building it, it's a really good section to sort out,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
then it's also gone from the rest of the pieces.
Yeah, isn't orange technically a color of danger? You know, like the live vest and the warning marks, aren't they always orange?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a good kind of danger, or is it something you should leave for last? That we will not know.
With us also, we have Evili from Estonia, we have Fanny from Hungary, we have Fleur from the Netherlands, we have Freya from Denmark, we have Gabriela from Romania, and also Grohmeister from Germany. I wonder if that's a nickname or if that's his first name. That would be funny.
And Flora was saying also reducing loneliness for people who are alone, giving them a chance of making new friends. Yes, definitely. As Michelle said in the beginning, it seems to be a big topic that people also like really into, that we can really help on that aspect of things. Trying to see as well. Yeah. Oh, that red gets me every time on Funny's screen, especially. It's so bright.
Yeah, it looks super bright there. Yeah, and Evili is I think so far the first one that I've seen that has gotten started on this like gray cape that the character on the right side is wearing. And yeah, definitely it's also one of those colors that doesn't really come back that much. So it should also be relatively, in general, I feel like this is a puzzle that's pretty easy to sort. And then, you know, some things are maybe a little bit more nuanced than others. But in general, you can definitely like kind of sort into these like big color blocks and work your way through them.
Yeah, and I really like Emily started almost with the white, because people often kind of like overlook. They don't see white or black or gray, even sometimes brown as a color, because it doesn't pop. So we kind of ignore it. But quite often it's just literally one section that it's really easy to find when you see it. So those are always the colors I tell people pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Also competing today, we have Hannah from the United Kingdom, Irma from Switzerland, Janine from Germany, Jessica from the United States, Jessica from Sweden, and Jim from the Netherlands.
Yeah, and Jim was also saying, this is actually very interesting. Creating puzzles with positive message can help people to think about the thing that the puzzle addresses, since people take some time to do a puzzle, and people will think about the message for a longer period of time. So I think what he's going for with this, that the puzzle like literally has some kind of message to the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really interesting idea. I think even in EJJs we have had some puzzles that have like either like environmental or that kind of topics we definitely had. So I think that's kind of like the point here. I think it's a very interesting thing. I think that could be actually utilized much more.
Yeah, there's certain brands who are definitely more doing that already. There's some brands who pretty much every puzzle kind of has a some type of a message. Yeah, Michelle is just telling us in the chat that Gibson's The Puzzle of Dreams had a lot of positive informations, and then the Ibu puzzle, that was the one with for the climate change. In general, I feel like Ibu has a lot of those types of puzzles. They're also like a female run, female artist only, I think, puzzle brand. So yeah, you can definitely, as a brand, bring the message out there and do something for the greater good as well.
Yeah, and I think that's almost always like the purpose. Like, what else are you bringing into it? Like, what are your? I love it when you sometimes have like these puzzle brands that you don't need to go to their website to read their values. They just show so well of all of their products and what they do, instead of like reading from a list. Like, okay, this is what you value.
Yeah, I mean, even the recent puzzle from EJJ with the affirmations on it, like take a breath, don't forget to breathe. I think that's also really fun. All right. Also with us, we have Joanna from Switzerland. We have Jody from the United Kingdom, Judith from Germany, Karen from the United States, Kerstin from Austria, and Laura from the United Kingdom.
And now we can already start seeing more of the puzzle, like the frames and how it's being built. So it's all coming together. And still we see a little bit different strategies for this one.
Yeah, the person on the
Did
bottom
you do the
right.
edges?
Sorry?
Did you do the edges first after the yellow part? I'm just curious.
I think so, yeah. Once I realized that they connected to the thing, I just, because the border is not that hard, as maybe it looks at first. But then I had a weird strategy afterwards. I see one person in the whole meeting who is doing what I was doing, but I don't know if it was good or not. So I will not talk about it yet, because I don't want to discourage anyone.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm all in for that. I see a lot of messages also on the chat about other puzzle brands that also like relaxation and mental health. I have to say sometimes I find those a little bit comic when you do speed puzzling and then there's one of these messages like relax and take it easy, and people are like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But we get the point. The message is received.
I love the cat that's puzzling.
It's so chill though. It's just looking like judging almost over there. Now the piece is
My
going.
cat is never that chill.
Yeah, I know.
Also puzzling today is Leah from Denmark. So we have Leah K from Denmark, and we also have Leah W from Denmark. Then there's Letizia from Switzerland, Lydia from Italy, Loretta from Ireland, and Luann from the United States. As always, if I'm mispronouncing any of your names, please let me know later or text me or whatever. But I'm trying to pronounce them when I see that you're from like an English-speaking country. I'm gonna try to pronounce it that way. Same with German, but there's a lot of other countries that I don't know how you pronounce it. So I'm always all for every insight.
Feel free to always correct, because I think we all want to pronounce names correctly, so it's not a bad thing. Lydia was saying that buzzing is a way to connect to yourself and others without technology. It's a moment to stop and recalculate objectives and perspectives. I really like that one as well.
That's a very good point. Especially today, you want to be able to unplug sometimes from technology, TVs and phones and all of these things that are with us all this time. So yeah, doing something offline, even though it's kind of, we are online right now, but you know what I mean? can be very nice.
Yeah. Technology is good, but like too much of it, you need a little bit of breaks. You can't have it. You cannot be connected to technology 24/7. Got to be connected to each other as well. So
Yeah. Then we also have Lynn from Belgium, Madara from Latvia, Madeline from Switzerland, Margrit from South Africa, Maya from Finland, and Maya from Slovenia. And Lynn has started with the clouds at the bottom, which those are also pieces that are relatively easy to recognize because they actually have a texture.
yeah.
Compared to most of the other pieces.
Yeah, sometimes it's easy when something goes to the like nicely to the corner because you already have the edges of it already coming from two directions.
Mm-hmm.
So you just kind of piling up on it. That was well seen. A lot of people doing actually the background, which I haven't done this puzzle, so it's always different when you try to analyze that. Maybe I would have done this or maybe this way, and then you actually do the puzzle and it's a little bit different. And also other people doing the white parts as well. So, and so we're gonna get more.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see all the different strategies because pretty much everyone did the yellow and then everyone is kind of going into their own directions with this.
Yeah, I love watching kids doing puzzles because they often have like very different I wouldn't call it strategy, but they have like a different I feel like they're more open-minded to kind of like try out something that you wouldn't necessarily think, like order or just doing it a bit differently than we do.
Yes, true. And now we're going to have a look at all of the Marias. But first we have Mandy from the United States. Then we have Maria A from Germany, Maria H from Finland, Maria S from Germany, Maria TB from Sweden, and Maria Andrea from Colombia, who has a whole fan club in the chat.
Yes, I have paid attention, and Maria Andrea also left a longer answer. In Colombia, puzzle competitions are intentionally inclusive. They always include children's categories. Some puzzlers started there and now compete alongside adults. And their community has also hosted events for older adults, including participants from senior homes that we also mentioned earlier, as well as the general public. Puzzling is often linked to keeping the mind active, seeing the benefits firsthand, especially among seniors. Like my own in-laws has shown how powerful and inclusive this hobby can be, both cognitively and socially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she can tell us a little bit more about it later because she will be one of our interview partners a little bit later in the stream. So you can look forward to that. And it's so cool that she is puzzling from Colombia.
Yes. What's time over there? I have no idea. But
Probably
I know,
really early in the day.
yeah.
All right, next we have Mary-Liz from Estonia, Marina from Sweden, Marte from Norway, Mayday from Poland, Marilyn from Estonia, and Michelle from the United States. Okay, so it's 1:28 p.m. in Colombia. So they're like 6 hours. Can't do math anymore. It's too late for me to do maths.
I don't think this is working for us because we're also in different time zones.
Oh yeah, for you, yeah. It's already an hour later.
Yeah, Marina said the puzzle community can have positive impact by organizing competitions and events that support charities and local causes. As we also already discussed, speedbuzzing also highlights the value of focused practice and perseverance, which can inspire the next generation to enjoy problem solving and friendly competition. And the puzzle community is often welcoming and cross-generational, making it a great space to combat loneliness and build social connections. By sharing our passion openly, encouraging beginners and highlighting diverse voices, we can show that puzzling is for everyone.
Yeah, that's something I love about puzzles as well, is that it's so inclusive. Pretty much anyone can puzzle. And it doesn't really matter if you're young, if you're old, if you're slow, if you're fast. Like anyone can enjoy a type of puzzle. I like how Michelle is like really working on the orange. And because once you have, it's a big chunk of the puzzle. And once you have that orange, it's like the rest is like so small compared to this big section in the middle. So I think it'll pay off in the long run to spend some time on the orange.
I know, and when you have the orange, and then if you also have kind of like the frames, the edges built, everything goes in between. So you have like a structure coming from every direction, no matter what you do after that. So that is a good point.
Now on screen we have Muni from Germany, Nina from Slovenia, Nora from Finland, Rebecca from Austria, and Richard from Belgium.
I see a little bit faces here, so I can see the focus going on over there that was just mentioned. It is, I really like even speed puzzling, whether you do it the traditional or for the speed, you do have kind of like this flow mode going on, that you're just immersed in what you're doing, which is often why you also have to practice separately some puzzle skills, because when you do a 500-piece puzzle, you just start and then you remember stuff after you finished it already, because it's just so immersive experience from beginning to end, and then you're already done and you're like, then you almost like something. Do you have this experience? Sometimes you look at the image after you finish it and you're like, oh, there's this kind of thing. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, especially if I'm doing it really fast, then I will just like build it, and then later I will not even realize what it is that I built.
Yeah. Sometimes somebody's like, oh, there was this duck in the corner. I'm like, what duck are you talking about?
Yeah, Michelle is mentioning in the chat Muni's strategy, because if we look at her table, she has kind of all the pieces where they are supposed to go, but not attached yet to each other. So it takes a while to set it up. But I'm assuming that once it is there, then it's just a matter of putting it together, because they're all already kind of in the area where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like almost like mapped out. Now you just need to connect the pieces. This reminds me of that one picture I've seen where somebody had a horse puzzle, but instead of doing the puzzle, they just put the pieces in a way that it was the shape of the horse.
I saw that meme as well. I thought it was so funny.
And you know what? What is the funniest thing? That's my neighbor, and that meant as a meme, like global. I don't know how, but that's from my neighbors, from that house that I'm looking at right now, from that table. It was crazy when I saw it somewhere else sending it, and I was like, hey, somebody sent that to me to my WhatsApp like months ago, but that was his real own picture. But yeah, it's from my neighborhood, but it's the funniest thing ever, and I love that it went worldwide with that picture.
Okay, so we're checking in with a few of the people that are a little bit further ahead right now. And we can see that most of them, they have like the border done. They have bigger sections from the middle maybe done, but we are still quite a while away from, being able to like finish this puzzle. And maybe now I can reveal that it took me 1 hour and 8 minutes to do this puzzle. And I do have to say, I'm not super fast with like anime puzzles in general. I just don't enjoy like the flat colors. And I was doing it in like bad lighting, so I did have problems, distinguishing between the two things. And then when I looked at it in good lighting, I was like, why didn't I turn my extra light on? Michelle's time was 51 minutes and 50 seconds. So she's someone who's not in the 50 plus club, but needed the 50 minutes to finish it. So yeah, that's kind of the situation with this puzzle.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested if somebody finds this easier if they're familiar.
With Naruto. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean there isn't really that many like details that you would need to go back and forth looking at the image, but maybe it could help a little bit if you are a person who looks generally more at the image than the pieces, and you kind of like already look it out and you're like, oh, I know these characters for the back of my mind. So maybe it would help a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's not a puzzle that will frustrate you because, I mean, at least not in my experience. If it is frustrating for you, like, let me know later. But I thought, yeah, it did take me longer to do, but I didn't feel like I was ever really stuck. The sections just take a little bit longer to do because they are flat. In a way, there's not much like shadows or things, that you can orientate yourself on going on. But there's always something to do, and if you do get stuck in one section, just like stop and move on to another section, because they are different enough to be able to kind of go back and forth between sections, if you want to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, I think there is the point to it that because you kind of know what character the pieces are from or what section they're going, so you all the time have like sometimes we have puzzles that are very busy that you just don't know even what to do next because you have no idea where these pieces are. Like, are they left, right, up, and down? Where do they go? But at least in this thing, you're gonna know, like, I know it, at least it goes here. So it feels like it's moving, even if it's a bit slower than some other puzzle would be.
Yeah, so you can see here that Grobmeister in the top left has a solid base of the puzzle going. The border is finished, the red is done. He's kind of working his way like from top down. And he's filling in, starting to work on those orange pieces there and the face. Then Madara is in a similar situation. She just doesn't have the border done. And I think those two islands that she has, they must already connect almost. So I would encourage her to try to connect them, because right now they're like kind of floating, and I think she's like further along than maybe she thinks by looking at it like that.
Oh yeah, that is true. And even here we can see like we have one person who literally has almost the whole orange thing all together, and then it's just left and right side.
Yeah.
To do, and then some people are gonna have to finish the orange area later. So it's really hard to say who is actually leading in a way.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone has a different strategy. Michelle is saying that Daria actually won a One Piece competition recently, but it was a completely different style of puzzle. But she's doing really good here as well. She has like the right side almost done. She's working on the female character that is there, and she's doing this. What I think what I was saying before a little bit was like she's kind of, you can see her like moving from one side to the other and like just putting pieces in where they go.
Yeah, I think those who are leaving the white parts last, those I think might go quite fast in the end, but it's really, really hard to say.
So if you would get this puzzle, Emilia, what would be your strategy?
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to think this more objectively rather than what I would do because I haven't done single puzzle the whole year. Like this calendar year. I would start with the yellow thing. That was kind of like obvious to me. I feel like I would probably also go for the white because they're so close to the edges and the corner. I think the other one is a bit more pink, not exactly white. And I would probably still continue building, like, there was this little bit like a green vest on the character on the side, maybe a little bit of the blue and I don't know what that color is, like a pink purple between that. I would probably do the orange in the end, just because it's in the middle and it's such a lot of pieces. I would be afraid to start collecting those pieces in the middle. And then I feel like they would get stuck in there. So that's probably and then just do the edges when I'm actually building something that connects to them, but probably not all at once. So yeah, but I don't know what would my time be for this. I feel like I generally don't do too well with these, like, anime. Is this anime? Sort of, yeah, these kind of puzzles. I start thinking too much. It's the same with the Pokemon. I always rip over the fact that I don't know Pokemon and I don't know this stuff. Like, it doesn't really matter. Obviously, somebody may have an advantage of it, but it's not actually a disadvantage to me. So, yeah, I'm just ripping in my own mind. It's not an actual thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my initial reaction every time I see an anime puzzle is like, like slight panic, just because, yeah, of all the reasons I said before, like the colors are flat, there's not much variance. Often, not in this puzzle, but like oftentimes within like anime, you have repeating colors, and yeah, just I'm not very familiar with these types of media, let's say. So that's yeah, like a kind of a bias that I have against anime. But I have to say, like, the more I have this like round Pokemon puzzle, and the more I do it, the more I get like comfortable with it, and then I realize that it's not actually something to be scared of, and you just tackle it like any other puzzle, you know.
Yeah. I think my kind of like a trap with these anime puzzles is that I have a really hard time connecting my islands. And when there's in anime puzzles, the characters are always like on top of each other. Like the next character starts right away where the other one ends. So they're like behind each other, in front of each other. But I'm always building them like they're completely separate characters, like meters away from each other. And then there's a moment I realize, I have to connect this. And then I usually have built already so much that if the pieces are even a little bit loose, it's going to be really hard to connect like a big row of like eight pieces that should go together. But yeah, I've definitely done that. I think I had my first anime puzzle in Denmark Nationals 2 years ago or something. And I think I still haven't learned my lesson with them.
I think what's really fun when we're looking at how the contestants are building this puzzle is that these figures are kind of like emerging out of the puzzles. You know, they're like kind of just like they were always there and they just have to like come out of the puzzle. So you see like this middle character who I'm assuming is Naruto. Nobody has corrected me yet, so I think it's correct. That Naruto is like coming out of this puzzle and like, yeah, here I am. And then you just kind of have to find all the other characters within the puzzle.
Yeah, I think it must be the biggest and the middle one, right? That would only make sense.
Yeah.
Nobody has confirmed this either to us, but
is there any Naruto watchers in the chat and can like tell us the names of the characters? That would be cool. Let me see. I don't think they're on here. No, it just says the adventures of Naruto.
The chat is too hyped on cheering on people, so we're not gonna get the Naruto moment, but this is even better. Everybody's like cheering for the people. That's always amazing to see. I love an active chat. And I think it's always fun for people to go afterwards when they finish to go and see the chat and see their people were cheering for them and everything. It's so nice.
Totally, yeah. And we see, so we have Maya, who is, I think she only has like that orange left. And she already has this, there's like a zipper kind of in the middle of the orange. So that one is built. And now she just has to fill in the orange. And there's a little bit on the left side, like there's a dark blue character that I think she also still has to fit in. Then Shona is in a similar boat where it seems like, yeah, everything that's left is this orange character and this little part on the left side. Same for Deria, who is also kind of working her way like from the outside in towards the middle. And then opposite of that, we have Maria Andrea, who has the orange done. Like he's like right there kind of looking at us from the table. And she has to still build like everything that is around it. And yeah, I'm curious to see what will go faster, inside out or outside in.
Yeah, I think I saw something interesting. I feel like I've seen Maya put pieces in with both hands, and I'm literally meaning like placing with. Do you see it as well?
Yeah.
I think it's quite. You rarely see that. People use their both hands, but it's usually holding down or feeding pieces. That is amazing. I just had to point it out because I don't remember. It's a couple of times I've actually seen it in like people could go watch this now later. So I think it's really cool. I have no idea what's going to happen here today. Because it feels like there's so many people are getting closer to finish, but like from such a different route.
Yeah, we soon reached the first guess for time was like 47 minutes and something. So, you know, that we're not going to get the 47. And I am venturing as far to say that we're probably not going to break the 50 either, which, you know, is to be expected. And I think it's a nice challenge for all those people that for who this is the final 50 plus meeting. Then, you know, on my screen, I also see that Stephanie K from Germany is doing really well. Maybe Michelle can put her on the screen as well soon, because she only has to kind of fill in, like she has some reds and she has some really dark ones, and that's pretty much all she still needs to fit in. And yeah, Deria is doing really good. Maya is doing really well. Ah, there we go.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's
now
she's got a boost of energy now. Yeah, she doesn't have that many pieces left, and she has them sorted like where they go. So like all the red ones she put at the top, all the darker ones that go on the side are lying on the side, and all the darker ones that go in the bottom she has at the bottom. So I always recommend doing that, because then your eye doesn't have to go so far when you compare like the piece that you have on the table and like the spot in the puzzle, so you can quicker go like back and forth if your puzzles are closer to the area that you still need to fill.
Yeah, exactly. It eliminates a lot of like extra hand movement. If they would be, for example, those pieces that she's working now to the upper part, if they would be on the bottom, that would be 3 times more hand movement every time you go back and forth. So yeah, that's a really good tip that you gave there. Okay, I see Tulia is also okay. The middle part, yeah.
Yeah, I waited. I think I waited too long to do the middle part because I was kind of scared of the orange. I was like, there's so much orange and there's no way I'm going to be able to do that. And then once I did it, I thought I should have done this earlier because it does anchor these sides really well. And that way you can get in these other characters also pretty much faster if you have this thing in the middle. But I definitely understand why you would wait to do orange until last, because that's what I did as well.
Yeah, I think it takes a little bit more cognitive energy in a way that with the orange, you actually have to ignore the fact that it's orange and just look for the details. And it's like everything, like as I said, everything orange that also have a blue or a little bit of shadow or a little bit of the line. So you almost have to actually ignore the orange and just look for the other details on that area, because otherwise it's too much.
All right, so now we have to keep an eye on Maya, because Maya is putting in like these last orange pieces, and I wonder what's going to be faster, Maya or Stephanie, because they are both working on these last few pieces. They both have kind of equal amounts of pieces left, just they're in different positions, and these oranges, they just fly in right now. You can see she just like picks one up, puts it in, picks one up, puts it in.
Yeah.
Whereas Stephanie is a little bit more going, back and forth with the pieces, but never mind, I didn't say anything. She's also putting them in like really quickly. Oh my God, this is really exciting. So
yeah,
maybe
it could be the one, Both had this, both had this. Let's see what's gonna happen.
They both have like 10 pieces left. All right, so okay, Maya is doing really good. Like you said before, she's like using both hands to like grab, and Stephanie's she also is using both hands right now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, I always say the end game is very realistic. The benefit of using both hands, because it doubles your speed if you're able to find the last pieces and just put like two at the same time.
Oh my God!
One, we're still getting like it's still
Maya
the one.
did it! Like 2 seconds! Oh my gosh!
Like I swear to God, they are literally having the same amount of pieces, putting them exactly on the same rhythm. I swear to God, we're gonna have like one last piece going in at the same time. What is gonna happen? Oh my God!
What? That was crazy. Like a 2-second difference. Congratulations. Maya, you finished like 3 seconds before Stephanie. Congratulations, Maya, Stephanie, first and second place. Amazing.
Yeah, I'm looking at the official time. There is 3 seconds difference, but like it was almost like the pieces are just going at the same time.
If you can, Maya and Stephanie, and you want to, you can stay for an interview later.
That was intense. This is why we're watching this, right?
And we still don't know which approach was better, because they literally were like so close, right? It was so close, but very different approaches.
Different way to do this, and like so close. Yes. Wow. Yeah, this is why we love this, because it's just that is so delicious to watch.
That was really exciting. Let's see who could be in for third. I think it'll be between Shona and maybe Deria and Gromeister. Gromeister only has this like white grayish.
One has white to do, one has middle to do, one has the other green side to do, right? So that once again, we have 3 people neck and neck. They all did a different order, and now they're ending up to the different sections to finish. So yeah,
let me pin all 3 to my
screen. Also, if you this is interesting, because there's also like not edges has been done fully, so that's also super fast, I think. There's so many approaches today. My head is spinning.
Okay, so I just pinned all 3 of them to my screen. Yeah, Shona doesn't have many pieces left, and she's working them in like one by one, and they're all there in that corner. I wish she would grab all of her pieces and put them there into that corner instead of keeping them there on the side. But you know, a commentator can wish. On the other hand, we have Gromeister, who has all of these like gray pieces left on the right side, but he also has like the textured smoky kind of pieces left on the bottom. And I think it will be easy for him to distinguish both of them. And then we have Deria in the middle, who is working on the orange. She's getting, there's a few things like in the orange. You have the zipper in the middle, then on the side there's like, I don't even know what it is, like some type of cable or like a USB stick or something that are kind of can be reference points. Okay, Shona has, I don't even know how many pieces it is, but she moved them there to the side, but it's not a lot. So I think Shona has this one in the bag.
I'm just watching. I'm having a very immersive watching party here. I was supposed to comment it as well, but yeah, I think those last pieces are just going in.
Yeah, she puts them in and yes, finished. Click finish. Woo! Yay! Well done, Shona. That's 55 minutes. Congratulations. Also,
Wow.
Shona, if you want, you can also stay for an interview if you like. No pressure.
No pressure, but other pressure.
No pressure, but it would be nice. Congrats, 3rd place.
Great times today, and not far behind either.
No, and yeah, like I said before, this is not like an easy puzzle, so these times are very, very good. Oh, and we had a 4th finisher. Anna L from Germany. Congratulations.
Ooh.
I think we missed you on the screen. At least I didn't have you on the screen. I'm sorry. Anna L, yay, 4th place.
Yeah, I think we're going to have one of those waves coming in where a lot of people are going to finish around the same minutes.
Yeah, I think now there's going to be a bunch of finishers. Yeah, Gromeister is finishing up. Madara is finishing up. Scarlet looks like she's almost there. She left the red pieces for last. Very interesting. Just the same as Madara.
Yeah, I found that also interesting. I saw a few people doing that as well.
There we go. Scarlet, congratulations.
Trying to keep my page updated of people who are finishing. Did somebody else as well? I have one.
Yes. Gromeister also finished.
Now it's coming too many at the same time.
Madara's finishing. Everybody's finishing. Yeah, these are great times. Under the hour for like a somewhat difficult puzzle. And let's not forget, it is the 50 plus club. So I'm not surprised to see a bunch of times that are 50 plus. Sometimes in the 50 plus club, we also have people who are finishing, obviously, under the 50 minutes. Usually that is with a somewhat easier puzzle, I would say, than this. Mandy also just finished from the United States. Congratulations. I'm always like so impressed by people who are like in very different time zones than most of Europe, that they still compete in our time zone, because you'd have to take like a day of work or something to do this, right? Or like move around some hours, or like try to be super fast so you can do it in your lunch break or something.
Isn't it a little bit like a positive pressure? Gotta finish this.
Yeah.
I think somebody once told me that they purposely don't go use the toilet before a competition. So then, if they need to go, then it's kind of pressing. They're like, "Gotta be faster."
I feel like then I would be too distracted if I needed to pee.
Yeah, same. I don't think it's. I see the idea. I feel like science would disagree. Oh, so many people. I think we're about to have our top 10 very soon.
Yeah.
Because now we have finishes.
Let's wait for one more finisher and then we can start with the interviews because we have a lot of people to interview today and we only have 1 hour left. So yeah, and I don't want to like speed through the interviews, you know.
Yeah, we wanna hear everything.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell you who it would be. I feel like the race for 10th will be, there will be a bunch of people finishing at the same time.
Yeah, it's anybody's top 10 placement today for sure. So close, so close.
Could be Freya, could be Saskia, could be Jessica.
Holy moly.
And there we go. It was Saskia. Congratulations.
Amazing. Congrats. We have our top 10 and we have like plenty of people finishing almost like any second, any minute. Yes.
Freya finished. Congratulations. And then let's also wait for Jessica just because she's so close.
Yes. So close, so close, so close. Just, yeah.
All right. There we go.
Done.
Congrats. All right. Let's talk to Maya, our first place finisher tonight. Maya, if you're there, please turn on your camera, your microphone. Okay, sorry. Maya has to leave. No problem. Then let's talk to Stephanie first. Stephanie,
Yes.
are you still there? Yes.
Yay!
Yay! Hi. I don't know if you were listening to us, but you finished like this close together with Maya.
I was. It was making me quite nervous, especially with the last pieces. I didn't know what to do first, and also the darker pieces all looked like pretty much the same for me, or at least with my light. So yeah, it's just to out it.
Well, congratulations on your second place.
Thank you.
Well done.
Very entertaining to watch. Extremely entertaining. Highlight of my day, so congratulations on that. Sure.
Thank you.
So how did you like this puzzle? Is this the kind of style that you enjoy, or do you like maybe other types of puzzles more?
Actually, it's not my style at all. And also have nothing to do with anime, so I couldn't relate to any of the characters or something. And for me, I'm more the kind of hard landscape person. So I like puzzles which other people usually don't like the Glacier, or a few days ago I also did like the Northern Lights and or Epic Journey. So I like patterns which most people probably don't like, but I really enjoy doing them. Yeah.
That's very interesting. I love that you're saying those puzzles because I would agree probably most people hate them. But I Also, the glacier. I don't hate the puzzle. I don't know why there's so much hatred towards it. I love to hear that you actually like those puzzles. I think that can be inspiring for a lot of people as well. That just to go for those type of puzzles as well. What was going on in your mind when you were like trying to decide what order to do the puzzle?
I was overwhelmed, honestly. So I was like, I don't know what to do. And then I thought, okay, let's do maybe like the wavy pinky part at the bottom first, and then yeah, just go from there. Or no, of course, I also did the yellow hair first, like everyone else. But after that, I went for the wavy things at the bottom. In the end, afterwards, I wasn't sure, so I just, yeah, grabbed whatever, like, I don't know, I thought would be the best next, but yeah, I was very unsure the whole time if it's a good idea or not. So yeah.
Stephanie, is this also your last time in the 50 plus club, or are you still here for the next batch?
I'm not here for the next batch. Just I don't know, I think a week ago or something, or 1.5 weeks ago, I had my last puzzle to still be in this group. But yeah, I actually wanted to be under 50 minutes for, I don't know, is it the 6th puzzle or something? For a really, really long time. And I was just like, so, I don't know. I wanted it like too bad, you could say. So it didn't work out. And then I just had like a really long break. And after that, I kind of immediately was under. So it was like really surprising. But yeah, so I still have like a few competitions like within this batch, but like also the pairs competition, for example, at the weekend. But yeah, after that, I will leave the 50 plus club as well.
Okay, well, congratulations then on placing second today. That's so cool. It was so tense. You can watch it back later. But I was you was I don't know. It was really hard to tell who was gonna win and who not, because you were both like just like and you were working on different things, which also like made it hard to kind of guess how it was gonna go. Tell me a bit like about your T-shirt. What does it say? Global
Peacekeepers. It was like the team shirt from my team at Worlds at 2024. It was like my first time competing ever. And it was such a cool team. And yeah, it's actually really cool because we were people from 4 different countries. So in the back, we had like, I don't know if you can see it, but we had like all flags and stuff. And I actually was like the person like drawing it, so it was super, super fun.
Cool.
To come up with this design, and I just wanted to incorporate like things from like all countries, but also like mostly the country we're representing. But yeah, it was really cool too.
Yeah, I just saw like the global peacekeepers, and I was like, "What is this? I wonder." Is it like an association, a club or something? But yeah, so it was your team for Worlds. I see in the background you have a puzzle stack has taken over your living room or your living area.
Basically, therefore my whole flat, you could say, as I am living in a 1-room flat. So yeah, but that's fine by me.
It's a puzzle palace.
What? Sorry.
It's a puzzle palace.
Ah, yeah.
I was wondering, as someone who likes more photo puzzles, like you said, or like panorama images and things. How does someone with that like preference tackle a puzzle like this? Do you have to like click something in your brain that goes like, oh, like I have to focus on other things, or do you get intimidated at all if you see something that's not totally your style? Like, walk me through your mental yeah, what are you thinking?
I do get intimidated, and I also like get quite overwhelmed. So then I always try to pick what I think is best next, but I have to admit that I'm very unsure often. But I also have to say, like, now that I got more puzzles, it got better because I got more experience, you could say. Yeah, but I also, for me, it's important then to look more at the picture, because for me, especially with landscapes, I often don't look at the picture like kind of at all. I know it's bad, but yeah, I try to do it more. And so with these kind of pictures, I have to remind myself to keep looking at the picture. But I still don't do it enough.
Yeah, it's for me, I always feel like it's this like you know what you should be doing, but then you're still not doing it because you're like used to doing this other thing. It's like a hard place to kind of get out of and then to focus on the task at hand. But I think you did so obviously today, like very successfully. Do you have any tips for the people that are still puzzling? Anything that maybe you thought was easier than you thought, or a strategy that worked really well for you?
I would just say, like, if you're stuck, just go to another thing. Like, I think one of you two mentioned it before. Like, there's so much to work on. Like, go to another section, and yeah, you can just do it. So believe in yourself, and yeah, even if you feel like you're stuck, it will work out.
Emilia, do you have any other question for Stephanie?
No, I'm just taking in and listening. I have to mention though, it's not necessarily bad that you don't look at the image. It's just a very different style of doing puzzles, which makes you extremely fast with certain type of puzzles. Then it just, if you want to be good at absolutely everything, you also have to learn the other way to do it, as you said. But the thing that you're watching more pieces is not bad. That's actually a good thing. It's just something you're really strong at. So keep going with that. And I think what we saw today, even though if you feel like you're not always sure about the order, I would just go for it and stop kind of like second guessing myself and just go for it and, trust that you know what you're doing, even if it feels like you don't, because most likely you're actually going correctly. And I think it's a great tip you gave everybody that, just if something doesn't work, just move on and keep going. So thank you. And congrats.
Thanks, Stephanie, for joining us, and see you on Sunday for the Pairs Marathon.
Yes, thank you very much
Yes.
for having me.
Bye.
Bye, and good luck to the rest of the participants.
Yeah, I'm sure they are appreciating the good luck. But in the meantime, we had a lot of finishers. Almost half of all the people in the meeting have finished. So we had 39 finishers so far. And we are at about 1 hour and just around 13 minutes. Which, by the way, is under the time that, a lot of the times you have to finish the puzzle in like 1 hour 15. In these newer competitions, they made the time smaller than it used to be. It always used to be 90 minutes. Now it's 75. Which, fair. I mean, if you want to get into the final, you should probably be able to finish like some puzzles at least in that time. Okay, I think Maya is waiting for us to join now. Maya, who won today, by 3 seconds and by using a slightly different strategy than Stephanie has. Maya, are you here?
Hi,
Hi.
can you hear me? I'll try to turn on the camera. I'll just have a little technical problem. Ah,
Yes.
Okay, you see me now. Hi. Sorry. For
No
being late.
problems. Congratulations, first of all, for your first place. Was this expected? Did you think you would win this when you saw the puzzle?
It's not really my kind of puzzle, so not really, but it was not unexpected.
Can you elaborate? What do you mean it was not unexpected?
Well, since it's a 50 plus, and I think I kind of probably reached the limit of staying here, probably just for next few competitions that I already booked. And I didn't see any really faster puzzlers in the competition, so only a few of them. Any names that I know that are faster than me, so.
And what were going in your mind? Because it was very, very tense end where you were just 3 seconds faster, and you had completely different approach of how did you do the puzzle. So how did you decide what was your order for doing this puzzle today?
Well, I decided something else than what I did. For example, I thought I'm going to start with the yellow hair. I did go there later than quite early, but I think my head just exploded. There were too many things and I couldn't decide, although I made a plan in my head. So although I decided to start with the yellow, I think I started with the edge and the red, which wasn't the best decision. Then I think I switched then to the yellow and back to the red. So I was all over the place. I had this feeling I'm all over the place in the beginning. Actually, the whole time. So later I decided whatever I see, whatever jumps into my eyes, I'm going to pick that up and try to put it together. Because with the red, I had some problem with those black Chinese letters. And with the parts that are not on the top of the puzzle. Then yellow, it was not a lot of it. I didn't want to start with the orange because it's so much orange. Although at the end, I saw there are quite nice lines in the orange, so you can follow them as well. So it's not really such a big part of orange. If I would start with it, it would be okay as well, I think. So I think this puzzle has many, many different possibilities how to approach it. Because in this right part of the puzzle, you see the guy in the, I don't know, red dress and the girl in the red dress, but those two reds are different. So you can see the difference. Maybe if it would be during the day, it would be easier. Since these Nathan puzzles are very shiny. So I had to do the like maneuver, but still you could see the things. And also the guy in the left, on the left side, has this specific olive color or something like that. So I avoided blue because I saw immediately that it's on the two parts of the puzzle. So and I didn't see actually three parts, and I didn't know how to differentiate between those two. And I had quite a lot of presents. That might have been those 3 seconds, because I had almost the whole white cape of this guy on the right side of the puzzle assembled already.
Ah. Yeah, you know, those things that can be like a few seconds here and there, and you should never discount the luck that sometimes you have when you unwrap a puzzle and you see like a few pieces are together. It's a few pieces that you have to put less together later, and it can be like a few seconds. Yeah.
True, but I'm always wondering when I get those presents, are they really a present? Because I have to stop to remove them from the pile and put them aside. So maybe
No, that's actually a very good point. I think it does sometimes. I also do that. That I put those separately somewhere else so they don't get mixed, and
And then you forget.
And yes, I love it that you mentioned. I forget them where I put them, and then oh my god, I love you already. Oh my god, I have never shared this with anybody. I love that you literally finished my sentence. Yes, you forget where you put them, and then at one point you're like, "Why do I have this huge hole?" And then you're like, "Ah, oopsie."
That happens to me all the time when I get those
love that.
presents. So, but I don't know. If you have a lot of them and if they're bigger, they probably are a big benefit. But otherwise,
It also depends where they go. If you have a few pieces that are together, but they're in a big block of a color, let's say, and they're just like you don't know where they go within the block, I feel like they're sometimes harder to place than separate pieces because you have to look for different shapes, if there's like 2 or 3 pieces together. So it depends where they go on the puzzle.
True. If that happens to me, I put that block in the middle of the section that I'm building, and I'm trying to. But then it's
like
still
keep
again
turning
hard
it.
to turn it. Yes. So yeah.
Yeah, these are very interesting things. I think this has been also a discussion, like which one is worse, missing one piece or having one extra piece, because they both also kind of distract you differently. So I think these are very interesting things as well. I really love your deep analysis of how you were seeing the puzzles and different characters there. What I saw was that you are actually you're placing pieces with both of your hands, which I see very rarely. Is it something that you had to practice, or is there some other that you do, for example, something else with both hands very actively elsewhere?
No, I practice. That's the thing I really want to. That I really put the time into it, puzzling with both hands. So I tried. I think I made a quite bigger progress when I started puzzling just with left hand from time to time.
Yes.
The smaller puzzles, not the whole puzzle, but the 99 pieces or something like that. And it really hurt. But after that, I noticed that my left hand started working more. It depends on the puzzle how it is, because sometimes it's still resting, but I really try to actively include my left hand.
Yeah, it's truly amazing. Now, everybody who's watching this, I wanted you to listen very closely. So she just said practice. She practiced it, and now it's working. So let's remember everybody to do our left hand practice, or whatever is your non-dominant hand, because I think this is a great example. You put the practice in, and it starts working. It was so. I love seeing this because it is so rare. It's usually just kind of shadowing and doing their stuff, but that can make you double faster, especially in the end when you cognitively know where the pieces go and you're able to pick 2 at the same time. So
yeah, actually at the end it's when my left hand starts working.
Yeah,
during the puzzle in the middle or at the beginning, at the beginning when I'm flipping, it's working, but it's not as efficient as the right hand, but still I'm collecting the border in it. I'm always flipping and collecting the border at the same time. So it's working. But then when I start assembling things, it's resting a little bit and I have to wake it up like a...
Yeah, definitely. But we're never aiming to have like 50-50. Of course, your dominant hand is faster. And also it depends a lot on like how cognitively you're able to find the pieces. So if you don't know where 2 pieces go in this hot second, of course, you're just going to put 1 piece in and then move on to finding the next. But especially in the end game, I always tell people that's where you see if you already have done enough practice and it is actually working. And yeah, that was wonderful. Everybody can go wind the tape and go check it out again. That's super cool. Katrin, you have something in mind?
Yeah, I was just watching the live stream and I saw that sadly Charlene was missing like a whole corner. So she was missing like the whole top right corner of her puzzle. And yeah, as someone who has organized an event and then there were like whole parts of puzzles missing, I just always feel so bad when that happens. And it's just I mean, you can't help it, you know, it's the manufacturing error, but this would drive me nuts if I would miss like a whole corner. At some point you would think like, do I have all the pieces? Did I? And it's just like the time that you spent like thinking about it and maybe double checking the back, double checking the box, like, it would just like take me out of my concentration. Yeah, it's just a shame. Nathan
Then-
Puzzle, what are you doing?
That never happened to me, but it happened to a friend of mine on an HJ competition with the Happily puzzle, though where there was half of puzzle missing, or more than a half, I think.
Yeah.
And I have no idea how I would react. I would probably be so shocked that I don't know what I would do. But I really feel for Charlene.
Yeah.
I think the most iconic what we have seen is when Kristin was missing some pieces. I don't remember, it was 1 or 2 years ago, and you could literally, she was looking for them and you could see she literally did this like a shake that like, okay, just shake it up and just move forward. I think it's one of those recordings we have from the world, but yeah, I think that's for anybody that can be really tricky because you're also questioning, did I lose them? Are they missing? Are they not missing? But yeah, it just sometimes happens. It's unfortunate, but we cannot completely unavoid it.
Probably it's easier when you're missing a lot of pieces because then you know you didn't lose them. But if you're missing just 1, 2, 3, 4, it's really hard to realize that.
Yeah, or maybe like one chunk if it's like in one section. If you would be missing 20 pieces from all around, that would be quite horrific as well, I think.
Yeah.
Catherine. Sorry, my dog is barking in the background. I'll make it stop.
Poor Willy, he just wants to be heard.
Nah, not today.
Maya, do you have any thoughts about our question of the day about what greater good can we do with the puzzle community, or something maybe you want to highlight that you have experienced?
Well, I completely forgot about a question because I'm usually in Flix meetings. So I saw it just 10 minutes before the competition. I was thinking about it. And the thing I had in mind was actually practicing focus, like in a good, in a sense, like that people are losing focus due to mobile devices, the way we work and live and use technology and do everything shortly, just for a short splash of moments. So puzzles can be like, we could offer that to community, like if people would do it more, like with getting in with puzzling more, being more popular and everything, this would be a great thing. Otherwise, inclusion of elderly, I do it quite often. I have a 5-year-old daughter, and when we go and visit my grandma, we take some puzzles, her puzzles with us, so they can puzzle together. And I think it's really good for motor skills, like, and also including them into this kind of hobbies. And it's also a positive influence on both.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, for the elderly, but I think for your child, it's also nice that they can do something together with their great grandparents and kind of bridge this gap between the generations. Yeah, yeah, that's nice. Well, Maya, thank you so much for taking the time for the interview, and again, congratulations on your first place. And then next batch will be the 50+ club, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, I think so, if I understand the rules correctly. So,
yes.
Have a nice evening.
Thanks, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, and we had 71 of 48 people have finished, which is So there's not that many people left in the call. We are waiting to talk to 2 more people, to Maria Andrea and to Abigail. And we have about, a good half hour left of time, but I don't know if we will need all of the time. Do you think maybe everyone will be finishing before the time?
That is
I don't
a
know.
very good question.
Maybe, maybe not. No, I don't. Well,
I don't
we'll
have
see.
an answer for.
Yeah, I'm bad at like guessing how long people will take anyway, so I'm not gonna guess. So who shall we talk to first? Does anyone have a preference of you two, Abigail and Maria Andrea? Anyone who needs to leave early or something? Okay, so we'll talk to Maria Andrea first. You can turn on your camera and your microphone. Hello.
Hi.
Hello to Colombia.
Hola.
You have a huge fan club in the live stream. You want to say hi to everyone who's been cheering you on?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to the Colombian community, to my friends and family that are always there. And it's in works they did the same, and they made the Spanish presentators to call me to the cabin because this girl seems to be pretty popular.
Yeah.
So thank you to my friends and family, to Martika, Iris, Ethan, SJ, Margarita, Aura, Ruth, Luzdari, Nati, Steffi, to my husband Rafael. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody.
Yeah, I think that people are like doing this in the chat. Well, we really wanted to talk to you a bit more because we really liked your answer to the question. And we already talked a little bit about it before Emilia read it out, but can you talk a little bit more about the puzzle community in Colombia and like kind of what characterizes it compared to maybe what we know here in Europe?
We have a really big and welcoming community here in Colombia. We have a huge WhatsApp group with more of 400 people. We are always chatting and sharing our experiences, and we welcome every kind of puzzler, speed or slow puzzlers, those who puzzle once a year and those who puzzle daily. And in our events, you can see that diversity. And we always have a children's category. They compete hand to hand with us, the adults. They do a 100 pieces puzzle. And the best children are not competing. They are still children, but not competing with the adults. So we have a great future there. And I also told in my answer that a couple of years ago, we have a seniors category in the nationals, and they invited elderly or seniors from a retirement home, and it was also open to the public. So my father and mother-in-law were competing. They came last, but the people were cheering for them, and they cherish that memory.
Yeah, I love how at puzzle events we always cheer for the last person to finish as well. It's always so exciting to see the last people finish. So you mentioned before that you have like the children's category, and you're kind of like training like the next generation of puzzlers in a way. How long is this community already existing in Colombia?
About 4 years.
And that's also as long as you are aware of it, basically, or did you join it later?
Yes, it was initially a WhatsApp group for the coordination of one of our nationals 4 years ago, and then it turned into something on their own, and it's getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, I absolutely love that you have like a category for kids. That's actually something I really want to work on this year, because I think that, you know, the next generation, they're actually the future of that these sports will also grow. If we don't focus on the kids and the teens and the juniors, we will not have this sport. We will stall eventually. I will have to drop you a message. I would love to be involved with that and actually see your best practices for kids, and maybe share it with other associations as well and event organizers. I think that's really, really important, and not just to make sure that they compete, but that they also have a support system, and you make sure that they have fun and everybody's able to participate. So I'm so happy to hear that.
And we are already seeing that children are the future in speed puzzling. We also Connor last week or 2 weeks ago in the International Puzzle Day, and he was killing it. I think when children start speed puzzling that early, there's a different kind of skill. They do it differently, and they can take over the world, and they are doing it right now.
Yeah, they have this different kind of energy. I think I mentioned when we were commentating, they just have more open-minded, because they don't look at the way that they're taught already or seen how others do it, but they just have their own perspective, and they just go for it. They don't usually overthink anything. And I think it's really not only that they compete and practice, but we actually create the environment that they feel supported and they will keep excited. It doesn't also go too competitive for them. So
Yeah, exactly. And I think children would love this puzzle from today. I didn't.
my dog is trying to tell us something as well. That's something.
Maria Andrea, how did you like the puzzle today?
Not my favorite, honestly. I don't do very well with anime images. I think it's too much of the same color and lines that don't make sense to me when I see them as only pieces. But it started to make sense eventually. I think my nephew is going to like it. He loves Naruto.
So there is someone who knows Naruto.
Yes, at least I knew that it was Naruto when I saw the box.
Yeah, I only knew it after I read the title that it was Naruto. I love your earrings, by the way.
Thank you. I got them at Worlds. Minike, our dear Minike from Deutschland sets. No,
The Netherlands.
Netherlands. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sells them.
Yeah, Miranda always has the best accessories, I think. All the cool puzzle stuff.
And my T-shirt from Colombia.
Mm-hmm. Love it. Love it.
I love that more people are getting dressed up for the online competitions. You know, because in the past it was just like, oh, you just wear whatever you wear. And then recently I feel like people are getting into the spirit more of the competition.
That is true. That is true. I feel like the shirts used to be only like for live competitions when you go somewhere, but now you can see like, stop watching the puzzle. I see an interesting shirt or something.
Yes. You also mentioned before about your in-laws, and but you also wrote here, and I thought that was also nice, was that it's like keeping the mind active, and it's something that Maya just now was saying she liked, that it's like that you use your hands to do it, and it's also good for like older people, you know, for like the hand-eye coordination and stuff. You know, I'm one of these people that would that's like a proponent of having just like a puzzle corner in every like old people like retirement community, you know, just have a puzzle on the table and people can like go around and like work a little bit on it. I think it would be nice to have something like that everywhere.
Yes, and I picked up puzzling from my grandfather. So for me, it was always an activity that I grew up watching my grandfather and my whole family doing it. So for me, it makes sense to have it always in the background. And when I started puzzling, like more of a serious hobby, my whole family joined it. So now my sisters-in-law and my in-laws are very invested in it. We just launched our online of puzzles, my husband and I, and they are only 100 pieces. So my father-in-law, he's turning 91 next week, and they are our biggest fans. They send us pictures. We did this puzzle. Thank you.
That's so cool. Do you have one of your puzzles there that you could show us?
Yes, just give me a second. I broke my toe last week
Ooh.
on the Colombia's national, so let me just look for one.
You broke your toe at the nationals. So you have to tell us that story as well.
It was actually after nationals.
It's a dangerous day in these days.
Need a puzzle. I need a puzzle. Any?
You know, I'm always joking. The worst thing that can happen to a puzzler is get like a paper cut on your puzzling finger just the day of a competition.
I did before the Worlds. You're like a year and a half ago, I think. I had a huge cut, so I had to have like plaster on it, and it was horrible because the pieces got stuck with it. So eventually, I was just like, "There's no rule that there cannot be blood on the pieces, so whatever."
Yeah,
it was actually at night after nationals. I'm still looking for the puzzle. I'm sorry. I was at my in-laws' house, and I just stubbed my toe in a piece of furniture. So these are the puzzles.
Cool. And what are they like? Is this like a Colombian picture?
This is actually a postcard from the US that is public domain, but we also have images from Colombia, like a nice sunset in the beaches of Tolú, Coveñas, and a palenquera from Cartagena sitting in the street. We have all kinds of images. So these are the puzzles. It is big 100 pieces puzzles, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So they are perfect for children and also seniors.
Yeah. Yeah. And by using like images that are not like, because a lot of the 100-piece puzzles that are like this size are purely marketed to children. And then it feels kind of weird if you would give like an older person like a puzzle with like, I don't know, a cartoon character on it. So I feel like this is way more universal. Like anyone can do this puzzle, right?
Yes. We actually recommend this one for children.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not branded specifically for kids. It's a 100 pieces puzzle, and you can choose however you want to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. What is your brand called? So that if people want to.
The brand is La Rompecabezas, which is also my Instagram handle.
Okay.
Rompecabezas is Spanish for puzzle.
Yeah, I think someone put it already in the chat. But if you want, you can also put a link to your website or whatever, like in the YouTube chat once we hang up. Yeah, those are really cool.
This is the actual size of the finished puzzle.
Yeah.
This one is a painting made by children.
That's really cool. It looks like actual art.
It is.
Oh, yeah. Somebody could tell me that this was just sold for 2 billion, and I would be like, okay, cool, abstract art. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, actually, Daniel told me about it. Just another reason to drop your message, because that is so cool when I hear more about it.
Yes, I was talking to Daniel about it like a week before the launch.
Ah, Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I want to hear more about those.
I'm going to share the link in the chat.
Yes.
There you go.
All right. I have to let you go because we only have about 15-ish minutes left, and we also still have Abigail waiting to talk to us. And then in the end, we want to like focus and send all of our positive vibes to the people that are still puzzling at the end. So it was really nice to talk to you. Congratulations on finishing the puzzle. Will we see you again soon at an EJJ?
Yes, I'm actually have the EJJ 126 and 129.
Okay, nice. So that'll be later this month.
Yeah. Thank you. Nice talking to you. And I'm going to have lunch.
Enjoy.
Bye.
See you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Okie dokie. So let's have a look at who do we still have that's puzzling. We have Marte from Norway. We have Loretta. We have Maria S. We have Dora. And who is this? Dominic? Sorry. Yeah, Dominic from Germany. And was that everyone? Oh no, Richard is also still puzzling. Yeah, and I think that's everyone. Okay, cool. Let's all send our positive vibes to our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that are still puzzling. Loretta is really close. So is Dominic. They are both like kind of working like on the sides still. Bernard still has to do like the face and like the sides of the thing, same as Maria S. Yeah, Dora, she is busy working on this main character. I would guess that it's not probably a puzzle that she particularly enjoys very much. But yeah, she's doing great. And then it's hard for me to see what exactly Richard still has to do, but he seems very concentrated in doing it. And he is also using puzzle trays, which I can only recommend you do if you have the space weight. And yeah, all right. So, Abigail, are you here?
I am, yeah.
Yes.
I nearly wasn't. I didn't see you. I only saw Michelle's message after I'd left the call, so I hopped back in.
Good save. No worries. Here we are.
Well, Abigail, let's first talk a little bit about the puzzle today. What was your impression? Did you like it? Do you like anime? Do you know Naruto? Tell us all the things.
I haven't watched Naruto, but I do know of Naruto. And I do like anime. That being said, I saw the puzzle and went, this is going to be hard. And I know you were talking about the orange, and I was like, I can't start with that orange. I was like, it's going to be. So I actually finished with the orange. I've been watching everyone else build it first, but I finished in the orange. I kind of worked my way like a outside in to the puzzle because I found the guy. I don't know the names of the characters. I know of the anime, but the sort of spiky silver haired guy, his jacket was quite different. So those pieces, and then like the very dark bits with dark blue on them, kind of knew where that went with the guy at the bottom, and then the pink hair, and then the white with that red. So that was kind of easier to build out. And then definitely with the orange, the like zipper and those sort of strings started with that bit, and then we had like 2 halves of the orange to kind of just fill in at the end.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of little, like, because I'd done the edges, there were very few solid orange pieces at the very end to pop in. So I feel like for me that was probably the right way around. I think if I'd have started with the orange, I'd have drowned myself really early on. I think it just wouldn't work for my brain. But just over an hour, I'm really bobbling around that an hour and 3, an hour and 2, and I just want to get back or below it. I've done some below it. I just can't consistently get there. So, but I'm trying to compare to maybe like a year ago. In fact, a year ago I hadn't started speed puzzling, but right when I first started speed puzzling, this probably would have taken me a lot longer than an hour and 3. So comparing it to that, like, it's really hard when you do a mix of puzzles to know whether you're getting faster or not. If you're sitting around the hour mark, like just missing it. But I'll get there. It's just so annoying. I'd rather be like an hour and 13. Like an hour and 3 is just, it feels close enough to get there. But no, I quite liked it. It was a good challenge. So
Yeah, I know kind of exactly what you're talking about, because an hour and 3 is like this time that is haunting me. It was the time that I got for the final in Worlds, what was that, 2024? Because it's not a bad time, right? It's a good time. An hour and 3 minutes is not bad, but in the final, it's not a great time to have. You'd want to be at least like under the hour or something. So yeah, it's like a frustrating place to be in, because when you tell people about like how, oh, you're speed puzzling, are you any good? You're like, well, yeah, I mean, also no.
I feel like I'll call myself good when I can consistently get below an hour. I feel like that's where I feel like my mark for good is. If anything, like, as a good speed puzzler, like I think obviously anyone who does it within 2 hours is a good speed puzzler. But like are you a good? I'm butchering my words, but but to do it in 2 hours is amazing. But in terms of, will I call myself a good speed puzzler? I feel like my mark is, I want to say, below an hour. And if I can consistently get below an hour, then I'll be happy.
I think what is always good to remember is that just if we go like 3 years backwards, people were winning competitions with times like hour and 5 minutes, and they were considered like the best. So it's also like, times change. Sometimes people ask me like, oh, I want to be good at this. I'm like, well, you know what would have been the easiest way to do it? 400 years ago, and not now.
Yeah.
Always, even though when we are like saying like, okay, I just want to get under this, which is really good to have goals and compare to yourself and your previous times. But of course, it's always impacting how people around us are doing. But I wouldn't get like too discouraged about that. If anybody's like listening and wondering like, am I any good? Like, I couldn't get anything under 2 hours when I started. So
yeah, some people improve super fast as well, like, and some people don't. And I'm definitely in the slow progress, but it is progress, and it's. I've taken a lot of joy in doing repeated puzzles repeatedly, because it shows you can put the speed out. So the physical speed, I have the ability to do a puzzle in 37 minutes. Can I do it on a first try? Not yet. But it's matching the 2 up, and it will come slowly. But I just very much enjoy puzzling. It turns my brain off from everything else, being busy for a while, and suddenly an hour's gone, and all I've thought about is how many pieces can I find this piece with 2 prongs in and 2 prongs out that's orange and a bit of red, and that's all you're thinking about. So that's the bit I like about it. Is doesn't matter how busy the workday was, I can't think about anything else while puzzling.
And that's kind of a perfect segue to a little bit your answer that you gave in the questionnaire, where you're talking about like how puzzling can be a social activity. And do you want to talk a little bit more about just everything that you wrote in your answer, and like kind of expand a bit on this idea about combating the loneliness and community and communal puzzling and all of those ideas?
Yeah, so I think So I don't know if you know. So I own a board game cafe with my family. And
That's cool.
yeah, I love it. And my mum and other half work it. But like we run puzzle competitions each month. So we've actually expanded to 2 now. So we have 2. We do them as pairs, but people can sign up on their own, and we'll pair them together if they don't have somebody that they know that likes puzzles. Because we get people coming, like, oh, my husband doesn't like puzzling, or oh, my wife doesn't like, she won't do a puzzle with me, and so they can come along. So we have a few people who now regularly puzzle together because we've put them together and they sign up then as a pair for the next one. And people get to know each other, so that's been really nice. We've definitely had people who've been dragged down and then they've signed up solo next time because the person didn't want to do it again. But that's actually fine. Puzzles are not everybody's cup of tea, but it's lovely to have seen that kind of expand, and that's definitely brought some people in who may have just spent the kind of evening at home or didn't know kind of what hobbies to get into. Because as an adult, it's especially if you haven't kind of like if you play card games or anything like that, there are like the hobby shops around, but if you don't do any of those kind of category of things, it's really hard to get into something. And puzzles are often something that already is out or somebody's doing, so you don't need to really buy lots of supplies or anything for. We also then started doing like a puzzle social, because what happened is people kept coming and they just wanted to then do puzzles outside of it. So it was like, right, we'll do it. And we had to move the day it was on because it got too busy. So we ran out of room with everything else on. So we've given it a bit more of its own space. And we get people now just come in and puzzle. And I think the main thing is because it's a friendly kind of more local competition as well, that people have got to know each other. So you get like these little friendly rivalries that come up between different pairs, like I'm going to beat you. People are coming in and they come in and go, I've been practicing so we can try and beat so and so. But like everybody now chats to each other, and I think that watching that grow from people who very much puzzled at home but maybe didn't chat to lots of people, to now knowing the people that come in. Same goes for me. Like I didn't have sort of my own place or community or like friends in that sense for that like things I did. And I was like, well, let's start a puzzle competition because then maybe I can meet. And I've met so many wonderful people. I'm doing UK nationals with a couple that I'm now friends with who they were a pair at our cafe. I said you should go to nationals, you're really good. And they went last year, and now we're pairing up as a team for this year. We did the Gibson Open as a team. It's made me closer with my best friend that I've known since nursery, because she also is into puzzles. So now we speed puzzle together, so that's really fun. So even I felt it like from the community side of puzzling, and it was like, let's bring that, see if we can bring that to people. And it's open to anyone. So like it was on, we had one last night, and our winner was a young lad, Jack, and his mum, and he was ecstatic for winning, and that was amazing. And we had some new people come along and join who loved it. So yeah, I think that's been the nice part to see. And we definitely had some people who've like moved to the area, given it a go, and now that's the place they come to. And it's nice to see puzzles play a part of that, being that place to come to. And I'm very lucky that we've got a space that we can do that and host that. I think I'd like to probably try and do some more communal puzzle type things. So you get like a bigger piece and have everybody kind of work on it on one of the nights. Take a bit more organising to do that, because at the moment Puzzle Social, we have a small puzzle library, but people get it out and do it with people. And then we'll kind of go over and chat to each other. But it'd be nice to get kind of a more of an organised event to do that. So yeah.
Just quickly tell us what it is called and where it is, and then we're gonna quickly just shift focus a little bit because we're in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, sorry, it's the Kobold's Kettle, and we're in Lytham in the UK.
And congratulations to Dominic, who just finished.
Yay!
Amazing. But yeah, so our logo is a little blue dragon on a teapot, with a teapot.
Yeah, if you want, you can also leave a link in the chat so that people can. Thanks, Michelle.
Michelle
Yes.
beat to it.
Yeah.
Already got it.
Yes,
It's
we have 90 seconds left, everybody. So keep on going. Do your best. A few more pieces. Oh,
everything
Loretta is so
counts.
close. Come on, Loretta.
Loretta, you can do it.
Let's go.
Come on.
Yes, good move. Bring those pieces closer.
Yeah, Abigail, I love how you say that, how you're in a position to kind of see these connections forming. That when you put on an event and then you see, like you say, these little rivalries starting to form, and maybe these people would just be puzzling at home by themselves, never knowing that you can puzzle together. And yeah, it's just really fun that you have that you are in a position to enable some of those fun things.
We've got some pairs swap pairs so that they can puzzle with each other. It's really fun. I love it. Absolutely love it. We had one pair, he finished his first puzzle in the time limit for the first time, and the cheer that went around like the cafe was amazing. Didn't just finish it. It came like 7th out of the 13. I think we had 12 pairs that night, and so it was like we went from not finishing it to 7th. It was amazing.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Loretta, I just wish you had a bit more time. I've got 10, 9,
Oh,
8,
so close.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Oh, sorry, Loretta. Oh, she said like 30 seconds. That's 2 hours, everybody. Well done.
So close. Oh.
So close. Yeah, well done for staying committed for 2 hours and doing your best efforts. Also, Bernhard, he's only got a few patches left to fill. Maria as well, looking very close to finishing. So yeah, please add your extra pieces into the timer app. All right, Bernhard has added his time.
Yeah. Everyone give yourself a pat on the back, because this was not an easy puzzle, and puzzling for 2 hours straight is like exhausting. So congrats to everyone, and especially to the people that were puzzling until the end. I'm always thinking like it's so much harder to be slower in puzzling.
It is. I think that needs more respect. Like when there was this one, was it the peacock puzzle, and I had to do it for over 2 hours. My legs hurt. I cannot even stand for the rest of the day. I don't know how these people do it. Like that is just insane. Like imagine like how you really have to put the time and effort in there to get better and practice.
We were chatting with a theory. It's easier to get faster if you're faster already, because you don't have to puzzle for as long. So you can.
I think hardship is the only way to real success.
Yeah.
Whatever your success looks to you or means to you, but I think the hardship is the way to go. That always works for the long game, in my opinion.
It's the time to do it as well, isn't it? It is a to sit down and puzzle for 2 hours is also a large achievement as well. But yeah, perseverance does get there as well. You do get better through practice.
Yeah, I mean, these people are puzzling 4 times as long as the sub 30 puzzlers. So that's definitely a lot longer period of focus.
Bernhard is saying to him it was a good break from family life.
That's another way to look at it. 2 hours of just forgetting everything else that's going on in your life, kind of like what you were saying, Abigail, that you're just looking for that, where's that piece with what is this piece, and trying to put it together, just forgetting about everything else. But yeah, thanks everyone for puzzling tonight. I'm just waiting for a couple of people to add their piece counts. But yeah, thank you, Catherine and Amelia, for hosting the 50+ competition, and thank you, Abigail, for joining us. And of course, to all our puzzlers who, Richard's looking a bit exhausted.
You did so good.
Yeah, Richard is the best. He's always so positive and supportive.
A long day.
It's a puzzle marathon at 2 hours, isn't it? So
felt that way, definitely.
Well, thanks everyone for a lovely evening, and yeah, we'll catch you all at the next competition. Catherine, you're also hosting that.
On Sunday, yes.
That's the pairs mini marathon. So the pairs will be taking on 4 500-piece puzzles, including one of them will be unreleased. And actually, there's a pairs flex on the Thursday evening. They will be doing the puzzle, so they can, the people who aren't doing the mini marathon, they're just doing the unreleased puzzle just on the Thursday night as a flex. Then it'll be released on the Sunday. So we're looking forward to that. And yeah, just want to thank everyone for participation tonight, and for everyone who's joined us on the live stream and yeah, watch viewing. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks everyone.
Bye. Thanks.